This is my $2,500 a month New York City apartment. And this is my friend's $2,500 a month Miami apartment. As most of you guys know, living here in New York City can be extremely expensive, where you're paying so much money a month just to live in a closet-sized apartment. And in this series, I compare NYC to other cities around the globe to see if New York is still worth it. And with so many New Yorkers moving to Miami, I wanted to head down there and compare for myself. Welcome to Miami. Now, before we do this comparison of apartments, there are a few things that we need to consider when comparing New York and Miami. And actually, Haley over here is born and raised in Miami. This is her home that she grew up in. And Haley, being from a place as beautiful as this, with a home that looks like a Caribbean resort, what made you want to move from here to New York City?
So I moved from Miami to New York, first of all, because of job opportunities. It's night and day when it comes to career. The opportunities in New York are just something you can't find anywhere else in the world, honestly. And another main reason was because of the weather. As you know, Miami is summer all year round. So New York gave me snow and the leaves falling, and I just wanted to experience a little different change of scenery.
Yeah, since the weather here in Miami is either hot or really freaking hot. So Miami is very Latin influenced, where I think it's safe to say that the first language is Spanish and the second language is English. We just passed by a CVS, and here in Miami, it's CVS y más. And right now we are headed to my personal favorite district to come to here in Miami. All right, I just think it's really cool because there's so much culture in it. And to start off our first day here in Miami, we are here in Little Havana, going to get some café con leche.
You've been practicing your Spanish? Yeah?
Sí.
You told me that you want to learn Spanish fluently.
Sí.
So I challenge you to order everything in Spanish. Yeah.
Dale.
Hola, quiero 2 café con leches y 3 croquetas y 2 croquetas de jamón y queso.
No, empanadas.
Oh.
¿De jamón y queso?
Sí.
Ok, ¿y los cafés con leche pequeños o grandes?
You ordered croquetas y croquetas.
Maybe I just really wanted croquetas. So we just got all of this delicious food and 2 café con leches for only $13. In New York, you can't even get 2 coffees for $13. So the water here at Miami Beach is almost as clean as the Hudson River. I'm just kidding. The beaches here are probably the cleanest and most blue out of anywhere in the lower 48 states. This is definitely a nice place to have as your backyard here in Miami. In New York, we're used to, posting up at Central Park or Washington Square Park on the grass, but to be here on this white sand with this blue ass water. This is winter in Miami. Count of 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. The weather in Miami is incredible, but there's something so special about having seasons. Being here during winter post-Christmas is my least favorite time to be here, but there's something so magical about being in the city during spring when all of the flowers are blossoming, as well as summer when this place feels like a playground and everyone is taking advantage of the warm weather. And then fall is probably my favorite time to be in New York City, since there's nothing better than going to Central Park and being there in full fall foliage. If you do plan to live somewhere as hot as Miami, I have one huge piece of advice. Never, ever forget to wear deodorant. So I personally have been using Native for years, and I was so excited when they asked to sponsor this part of the video, since they're the only deodorant that I know of that isn't sticky and dries quickly, which is great since I am always on the go. Native stays all day with 24 hours of odor protection, even after a full day of exercise. The ingredients are vegan and cruelty-free with coconut oil and shea butter. Native is also aluminum-free and paraben-free too. Native does offer a wide variety of different scents, but I'm gonna show you guys quickly my top 3 ones. So right here, we got the coconut and vanilla. This one smells so delicious. Then we got the lavender and rose. This one smells like flowers. And then my personal favorite is the oat milk latte. Love starting my day with the smell of coffee. Native does also offer plastic-free packaging, which I love to see the company making more eco-friendly moves. Good job, Native. 3 deodorants would typically be $39, but if you use my link and code down below, you'll get them for $26. My code also gets you 20% off any of their body washes or toothpaste. Thank you, Native, for sponsoring this part of the video. Oh my gosh, it's so cold. I wish I was back in Miami. Another crucial thing to consider besides the weather is transportation. In Miami, you need a car, you have to pay for the car, you have to have car insurance. But here in New York, I just have this e-bike and it just makes things so easy and efficient to get around. Also, on top of the cost of having a car, you also have to deal with the pain in the ass of driving and parking. Really valid question here. Is it worse to be stuck in traffic or driving in circles for 30 minutes trying to find a parking spot? I personally don't know, but you vote for parking spot, it's a whole different ballgame. You kind of have to like fight with people, and it's a free-for-all to try and get a spot.
People are getting spots, but not us. Not us. You have to steal a spot.
Wouldn't be having this problem in New York. One of the reasons I love New York City is for the food, and Miami, honestly, also has some pretty incredible food, especially seafood. So we are here at the famous Joe's Stone Crab. This is my 3rd time here, and it is a must try here in Miami. We went with the lobster roll as well as the lobster pasta and the famous fried chicken. Fried chicken is probably one of my favorite things because it's only $8. Everything else here is pretty darn expensive.
I have come to Joe's my whole entire life, and it really never gets old. It's such a classic staple Miami food. If you want a good lobster roll, I always come here for this. Even though people come for stone crabs, this is my favorite lobster roll in the world, and I could eat it on a weekly basis.
Also, if you do come here, I recommend coming for lunch because it's really hard to get a reservation for dinner, but lunch we were able to walk right in. Okay, so according to Haley, this is the best pizza in all of Miami. This is Sir Pizza. Let's take a look. It looks like a Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
I said it's like Domino's style, so just prepare for that.
You know, I won't judge until I take that first bite.
I'm only featured in your videos is stuffing food in my face. I just need everyone to know that.
Sir Pizza taste test. Not terrible, but it's kind of just like an average, typical small pizza shop tried making a Domino's style pizza. So, better than Domino's, but it's no New York. After talking with a few friends, it does seem like Miami is a great place to build a career. There is certainly a lot of money in circulation. I think I saw more Lamborghinis than I did Honda Civics, and I feel like everyone is just on a permanent vacation in Miami. I'm not sure where that money comes from or if it's legal, but it's definitely there. But for those of you who do work a traditional job or even a creative, I do feel like there is a lot of opportunity in Miami. The only thing is, you may get paid a little bit less. Haley, would you agree with this? That if you're working in Miami compared to New York, you are making substantially lower salary?
Oh, 100%. I would probably be making half my salary if I was.
You think that much lower? Half?
I have friends that work here.
So Haley works in public relations, so a PR job in Miami.
Which is rare also. There's not too many PR firms out in Miami. They're mainly based in New York or LA. But yeah, the one of 3 you'd be making half my salary for my position.
Haley with the big baller over here. Flexing,
You wanna
half
make
her
the
salary.
Big bucks, you gotta get to New York City.
If you wanna make the big bucks, you gotta get to the big city. Okay, one critical piece of information that we need to add to this. So when you live in Miami, you are a part of the state of Florida, which means you pay 0% in state income tax. When living here in the city, not only do you have to pay a New York State income tax, but also an additional 4% for New York City tax. And then you also have to pay the federal income tax, so pretty much half of your money goes to Uncle Sam. And for someone like myself who is self-employed, it does get a little tempting thinking about how much money I could save if I lived somewhere like Miami. But I love this place way too much. Now, I do have a full video on my apartment, but for this video, we're just gonna do a quick tour of my $2,500 a month New York City apartments. Now, a few things to note. So we did get a little bit of a COVID discount where we got it for $2,500 a month. And then I think if we re-sign, it'll be $2,800. So not terrible, and I think totally worth it. It's probably one of the best deals I know out of all of my friends who live here in the city. And what we did exactly was convert this 1 bedroom, so this is our living room, into a 2 bedroom. This right here is actually a fake wall. Really sturdy though. Haven't broken it yet. So if we come on through here, this is my good friend Gabe's room, who is my roommate. And again, this is a flexed wall. So when we signed this place, this was a 1 bedroom that we turned into a 2 bedroom. But to give you guys a little sneak peek, in the next month or two, I am going to be apartment hunting. And there is a small chance that I just re-sign this place and tear down this wall right here and have it just as a giant living room. I do want to reiterate that the total amount for this apartment is the $2,500, which means Gabe and I each pay around $1,250 per month, which yes, we did have to flex a wall, but I still think that this is a pretty good deal in Manhattan. Then we have not 1, but 2 balconies staring right at the Empire State Building. That view does not get old. Now, one of the cons to this place is this is your kitchen. I personally don't cook too much, so I wouldn't mind if this was even smaller, but if you do like to cook, this is what a New York City kitchen may look like. Then the rest of the living room size is okay. We have a couch, we have the table where we can eat and stare at the view of New York City, as well as our TV. Nothing crazy. This is the bathroom. Nothing too fancy here. Then through here is my bedroom. I have this massive closet that's pretty much the same size of my first Chinatown apartment. Then if we keep coming through, this is another big closet as well. And then have an area to park my Super 73, have my bed, a desk, my plants, with my TV, which is awesome when I am watching TV at night. I get this incredible view of the Empire State Building. This is a great apartment and I truthfully do love it. But now we're gonna do a comparison and see what we can get for the same amount of $2,500 a month in Miami. All right, so I just made it here to meet up with my friend, Brett. Amazing name, by the way.
You as well.
And Brett is also from New York and now lives here in Miami. So Brett, I wanted to ask you, what is it like comparing living in New York to here in Miami? What made you want to move here?
I mean, you have the weather, obviously. You got the views. The weather and the views is what kind of brought me down, honestly.
Do you think that the cost of living is something that drove you here? Because I know right now we pay about the same amount of money per month for an apartment in my place. It's nice, but not nearly as nice as this place. We're in the penthouse, we have a view of the ocean, and we have so much space.
I didn't want to make you feel bad, so I didn't want to mention that. But yeah, obviously the cost of living it's not even comparable. Granted, down in Florida, you do need a car. The transportation system isn't as good as New York. Obviously, probably maybe the best in the world. You would know. But yeah, rent for rent, it's not even comparable. Like Brett said, we probably pay the same amount. And
how much is this place?
$2,400 a month.
And you get to live large here.
Yes,
like this is not like some little house or apartment in the middle of nowhere. We are right on the water with a huge balcony overlooking the ocean. That's the ocean, right?
That is, well, this is the bay.
This is the bay.
But
you got a view of the bay.
We got Biscayne Bay right here. overlooking beautiful bay. We get gorgeous sunrises. Across the bay, you have South Beach. That's where all the magic happens. About 10-15 minutes over one of the two bridges to your left or right. Yeah, about 950 square feet. God knows how high these ceilings are.
I can't even imagine what it's like, because right now it's sunset time, but waking up here at sunrise is probably so magical. Do you sleep with the blinds open every night, or does Montana get mad at you?
Haven't set an alarm since we moved in.
That is the sun your alarm clock?
Yep, absolutely.
I love that. Montana, you want to say hi in my video?
Yeah.
Oh my god, don't put me on the spot. Yeah, sure.
This is Montana. This is Brett's fiance. Getting married. Soon to be wife. When's the wedding?
January 29th.
January 29th. All are welcome. Everybody, you're invited.
And we are getting some meatballs made. Spaghetti and meatballs?
Yes.
We're getting some spaghetti and meatballs. And we're gonna enjoy a nice night with some wine, overlooking this incredible view. This is amazing. Also, can I showcase this closet? I opened this before when we came in. This is the size of my first apartment right here. Look at this. You guys should rent this out. This is like $2,000 in New York City. So when looking side by side, the apartments are actually more commensurate than I thought in size. But as far as amenities, with having a parking spot, luxury building right on the water, in the penthouse with a beautiful kitchen, your money clearly goes a lot further in Miami. Now, if you guys did enjoy this video, it would truly mean a lot to me if you could hit the subscribe button and comment below what other city you'd like me to compare to NYC next. See you next Saturday.